Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hey, we're going to take a few minutes. We're going to talk about windows and doors. We're not going to get too upset. We're not going to fuss too much about it. We're just simply going to do it. Now, it's a real simple system. It does require you to do a little bit of thinking, and it's mostly aesthetics and the thinking. It takes care of some of the heavy lifting for you. There's a lot of different systems you can look at, but I will tell you, I work from the front door of the building, and then I do all the exteriors, and then I begin in a room, and I work my way around the house, usually starting in the front of the building, and then working my way out from there, checking every room and making sure I get every door. It's always amazing to me just how often I get students who turn in assignments and they've got a beautiful design, and then one room that is completely walled off from the rest of the house because there is no door. So, short of teleporting or walking through walls, you are not getting in there. So, let's start with the easy stuff, and it's really straightforward. There are different markers and stuff you can put on it. The software defaults to a commercial type marker. I immediately changed mine to a basic marker, which is just builder's dimensions. It puts the dimensions that the builder needs to have on it. It doesn't do basically a window or door symbol on it. And those you'll get into when you get into commercial, but we're doing residential. So there's the first part. So I've literally clicked on my door tool right here. I've come up here to where you can see my cursor bouncing around, and that is the door menu pull out. But all I did is I changed this marker symbol in here to be a basic door marker. If I want to get further into it, I can open this up. Now, what this allows me to do is get into some very specific. So like wooden doors are normally residential doors. I can do an entrance door right here. And I know that shows as a glass door. It's not. It's just a panel. It just left it as an entrance door. The other doors have 6 panels and a single side light or double side lights. Depends on you. For this assignment, there is only an entrance door needed. We don't want a flush door. I like to put a glass door on mine. These gray boxes represent the opening space. I don't really worry too much about that. The next things you have to worry about are right here. This is your window size. This is the horizontal size. This is how wide the door is, and this is how tall the door is. Normal doors for an entrance door are 3 foot 0 inches by 6 foot 8 inches. So that's a 3068, which is what this defaults to. Now, if I go down further through this list, I can add other things. So see how I'm walking through the list right here with these arrows on the door settings? So I'm going to get in here. I can leave the prairie door on. I'm fine with it. If I want to put a knob on it, yes, I can just pick a default knob. That's the inside. Here's the outside knob. I usually just put a generic one on because you're going to pick one in the hardware when you go to the actual store anyway. There are other types of doors hiding down here if you choose to go looking for them. Depends on what you're trying to do, though. And your look, I just picked the prairie door because, in all honesty, I like it. It's just an easy door. In here, how far is it going to open? Well, and the symbol is going to open 90 degrees. And the 3D projection, it's not going to open. I set mine to 45 degrees. Okay, but down here on the symbol, see this symbol right here? This is for elevations. It shows you where the hinges are by pointing at the direction the hinges are at and which way the door will swing. Okay, so that's important to know. Down here, you can change the materials of the door. You can put whatever materials you want. Like quite literally, you can pull this out and you can pick from these materials here. I leave that alone for now, beginning class. Okay, other things. I'm not worried about brick veneer for this one. Okay, so I can just keep moving through. Don't need a masonry arch. Okay, casing. I do put a casing on the outside and on the inside of my doors. If this is an entry door, I absolutely will put a threshold on it, which is the bottom of your door right there. It literally is there to stop the draft and mice and things. And I will put a seal on it. Sunshades are, in this case, are shutters. I'm not putting any shutters over my door. Okay, the door itself is what closes. I leave everything else default here. Until I get out to about right here. This is that opening. I don't like them. They annoy me. So I turn them off in mine. So I just literally set the spacing. It goes out from the wall on both sides. One's 5, one's 4. I set them both to 0. At that point, I can go, okay. I can bring the door and I can bring it up to my wall. Now notice the little sun icon that popped up next to it. That is the outside of the building. The sun doesn't go inside your building. It goes outside. I just eyeball my doors into place. I eyeball it because, I get close. Now, you have to have at least 3 inches from the corner right here. And see, this will actually let you put the door into the corner. But you cannot. You have to put it 3 inches out. And I'm marking the center of the door with my mouse. So I get it about where I want it, click where it's going to go, and then I decide which way it's going to swing. Notice I drag my cursor. I only clicked once. I can decide which way that door is going to swing. I want it to swing into the building and against a wall. Okay, so there's where it's going to swing to. I click. There's my door. Now, there's my symbol I was talking about, 3068 D1 door. There's my door. Okay, now if I want a matching door over here on this wall, I can use the same thing right now, not even change anything, and it's going to put the exact same kind of door, but maybe not the same swing. It'll let me change which swing direction I want on it. I'm actually going to skip that one for now. Okay, actually, no, let's just drop one in at random. We're just going to drop one in here wherever and swing it into the house. We'll play with that later. Because in your plans in my beginning class, this is a small space. I let you move this wall a little bit or this wall a little bit, and then I say, let's make it a better, more functional door, like a patio door or something better, and we can show you how to edit that later. Got it? Now, next door victim. So I'm going to go back in here to my door. I'm going to go into internal doors. And you've got side lights. I don't know how many people have side lights inside their house, but whatever. I just use a D1 26 door. Okay, that's a door type 1 version 26. I like to look through here and pick my doors out. I like actually this panel door right now. I'm kind of enjoying it, but it's not a glass panel. It'll default to a glass panel and no grid. Or you can come in here to a standard single panel. Okay, that's actually the one I've been using more. Again, it defaults to 3068. Well, internal doors are 2.5 typically, which is 2'6" or 30 inches wide. Still 6'8" tall normally. I can still go through here and put all the pieces on. I like the standard panel. I'm just going to put a default knob on the inside and on the outside again. And I'm just going to walk through it. And I like my openings to be, like I said, 45 degrees. Same thing there. But I will not have, when I get down here a little further, there's no threshold. Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit. Notice it didn't even give me the option for a threshold. Okay, it's because it's an internal door. So I don't mess around with that stuff. Actually, there it is. Casing inside and outside, there's my threshold just further down. Gauging, I'm not doing the threshold, the sill, or the gauging. I definitely won't do a sunshade on an internal door. Inside, outsides, I leave all that defaulted. And I still take off this open space on it. Okay. And when I get that, I go, okay, I'll make sure I get all the way to the bottom. By the way, if you do pick out a manufactured item of some sort, you can actually put in the custom item here. It's manufacturer information, literally it's part number, it's details, hardware sets, all that stuff here, and it will track it throughout your design so that when you have the design finished, it would actually give you the cost and the bill of materials for all of the materials. Okay, but we're not going to worry about that. This is beginning. So I'm going to hit the OK button here, make sure that's still on basic. We'll zoom down here to this front bedroom here. Now, I don't care which side the sun goes on in this case. In all honesty, this is going to be my bedroom side. So I'm just going to eyeball it into place, and it's going to swing into the near wall. There's my door. Now, I've got several of those 2'6" doors. So I'm just going to eyeball them in. Again, I'm putting them into the rooms where they go. See how the door jamb, its hinges are on the side I put it to? So I put it right here, bring that into the wall right there. Let's do this master bedroom here. It goes right there-ish. It swings in like so. This laundry room here swings in like that. Bathroom here swings into it. Closet. Now, closet's a little wonky. I'm going to bring it like so. Swing into the wall. Okay, so there's all my doors. They're mostly the same. Okay, I just dropped a bunch of them in. Now, this door, this door, this door, this door, this door, this door are all the same size. But as you walk up to them, look at it. If I approach that, walking this way, that is a left-handed door. It swings to my left. Okay? This one swings to my right. 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 There's only one left-hand door. All the rest of these are right-hand doors. Okay? That's how we count them. That's how we address it. Now, different types of doors. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to get a little wooden door, internal door. I'm going to pull down the list. I'm going to go to a specialty door, actually. And I want a sliding door. Now, look at them very carefully as you pick them. See how that mounts on the wall in this picture? That one mounts on the wall. If I want an on-the-wall sliding door, I have to know I'm doing it. I don't want sliding doors. I want bypass doors, which is what these are. See how that shows them to me, how they slide past each other? I can do that no problem. I'm going to put in a no grid. Actually, I'm going to put in a standard panel. And this is like literally a sliding glass or a sliding door for a closet. I'm going to leave the opening width at, say, 1 foot. Okay. I'm going to leave everything defaulted other than that. And I'm going to put this in my bedroom down here. So everything else on that's normal. Okay. Casing's inside and outside, no seal. I do want to get rid of that gray box that I find so attractive. Sarcasm, right? Okay. Open. So this goes in this room right here. Bypass door. Okay. I just got to decide which way I want it to slide. We'll do that. There's my door. Okay. Now I'll do another specialty door. So I should have a bifold here, and I should have a bifold there. And I should just have an opening here. So let's make those. And we'll be done with our doors at that point. So I come up here, bifold. There's a normal bifold. And I want this one to be louvered because it's a linen closet. So I'll go louvered door. And it's going to be, say, let's go 3.5 feet wide. I want to use this. Opening is going to be 1. Opening width is going to be 1. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. Keep going down the list here. I'm leaving most everything default. Okay, I am getting rid of that open space, the minimum space. Okay, it's going to be very obvious where this goes. Drop this in right here in this wall right here. Click, and then now I just got to decide which way I want that door to thing. Well, I'm usually going to be pulling them from, well, the question is, do I want to have the door open this way so when I bring stuff out of the laundry room I have to bypass it, or do I want to have it that way so I can open it up and go easy? I think I want it to go like that. So I open it up, can move from the laundry room, stack stuff, and move on. Okay? Now, that's way too big for this bifold door that goes down here. I'm going to drop that one to be like, say, a 1 foot door. Yeah, that's actually too small. Let's go 1.25 for a bifold. That's tiny, but whatever. Boom, boom. So there's a little custom bifold door right there. And that's all the doors I need for this house. Okay? The last thing I need is an opening. Well, openings are right here. And I just want a standard rectangular opening that is 3 foot by 6 foot 8 tall. So that's 6.666666. Lots of sixes. Okay? Because I don't know why the openings default to 6 feet tall. Like, honestly, if you're 5'11" and you're wearing shoes, you'll probably bonk your head. But I take that and put it in there. I do go in here down the list. You can leave the case. You can turn the casings on and off in this if you want. I like cased openings. I'm just weird that way. It's kind of an old school thing that I like. In fact, I want this doorway to be actually about 5 feet wide. Okay, and it's wider than it needs to be. But honestly, if I'm trying to move furniture into this hallway, I hate trying to maneuver furniture through little itty bitty openings. Does that make sense to y'all? So I do that, and there's my doors, all in my building. So I can actually move a mattress and bring it here, and get around that corner, move it around this corner, get it into that room. Beds, I mean, it does kind of open this up, so if you're standing here somewhere, you can see right into the bathroom. That is a problem, but honestly, I don't think there's a solution to it in this house, because no matter what size door I put there, depending on where you're standing, you're going to see in there. So that's it. Now, last thing I want to do today is show you windows. Windows are the same as doors. You just have to pick out what kind you want. I like sliding windows. I like big sliding windows. I like sliding windows for my bedrooms that look good. So I'm going to pull this down, go back to the first, and let's walk through this. It's just like the doors. I do like grids on the front of my building. I will very likely put a sunshade on this if it's on the front of the building, just because casing's inside and outside. I want a seal and a stool. Okay, a sill and a stool. I need the sill's on the outside, the stool's on the inside. That's the, okay, let's see if I can do this in 3D. That's this part down here at the bottom, and I'm not going to click, okay, just because that turns it in reality, okay. I will probably put shutters on it. I'm not sure if I like the shutters in this program because they're kind of ugly. let's just pick a generic one. Let's do that. Okay, yeah, not my favorites. Just go with this. Call it good for now. Okay, so get it here. Now, tops of my windows and doors are the same. Okay, so I put those in. Let's put a big window right here in the middle of this wall. It will let you snap to the middle. See that marker right there? That's the center. I do want to change this to a basic marker before I put the first one in though. And then go like this. And my shutter's on the outside of my house. There's my window. Not so hard. Okay. I'm going to do the same window for this area here. Mostly because, honestly, if I do much bigger, it's going to overpower it. So there's the same two windows on the front of the house. I'll put the rest of them in the same way. I just pick the window I want, whether it's a single double, which is the vertical sliders, horizontal sliders, awning windows, that means they tip outward. So if you go in here to like an awning window, see that arrow? That's where the hinge is. It tips upward from the bottom. This has actually got two of them. Bay windows and bow windows are there. Casements swing out, like literally swing, like a door. Okay. Feature windows don't really do a lot. They're just kind of specialty windows. See, like that one's got a casement and an awning and a pane. So, specialty windows, I avoid these. Okay, that's just me though. So as you're looking through, pick out what works for you. That's really all we want you to do. Now, take your time, work on this, get all the windows in, match them up, but you do get some choices and some changes in this as long as it makes sense, okay? So have fun and enjoy.